Jasmine Crockett is the perfect candidate to vote for senator. And me being a disabled individual, an LGBT individual at that, if I needed one reason to vote for her, I'll give it to you. And I got the printouts right here. The disability rights from her website that she stands for, that she promotes, and she's the only candidate who actively has disability rights as something that they run with, that she's been working towards, that she has spent her career doing. She says, as a civil rights attorney, I am appalled by the myriad ways our government continues to not provide equal access and opportunity to Americans with disabilities. Despite over 70 million Americans living with some kind of disability, far too often their suffering is sidelined by our society, ignored and unaddressed. You have my commitment, and my record clearly shows that I have always and will continue to focus on breaking down the barriers that prevent Americans with disabilities from living a life with dignity and opportunity. She goes on to further explain that. But basically, and I'm living proof of it, I'm disabled, and let me tell you, getting disability is so hard, especially with my disease. You have to spend like 6 months proving that you're disabled, proving that you have these issues, like with your, in my case, your legs, your fatigue and everything, that it affects your work, and then you have to have it documented and everything. And then when you finally get approved for it, the pay, the help, the pay that they give you, it's nothing. You can't live on it. You can't even pay a bill with it. Our government does not take care of disabled people, and that's why I'm still working. This is why I'm fighting tooth and nail every day to not have to go on disability, because I can't survive on that, and nor do I want to. I don't want to be disabled to that extent. But Jasmine, go read about it on her website. She breaks it down about taking care of people in the workplace with disabilities, taking care of those who are disabled and at home, who should be able to live with, like she said, dignity and respect in a government that wants to take care of its people. And that's what she is fighting for, what she has always fought for, and what she will continue to fight for. Now check this. Her Senate priorities: rebuild the Office of Civil Rights at the U.S. Department of Education that Trump dismantled, which is responsible for ensuring school districts are providing accommodation services required for the students with disabilities. The schools that need to offer like wheelchair ramps or elevators, or like around where I live, like there's a high school that is like 3 stories tall and it is massive, and I know like if I had to walk it, I couldn't with my disability. So I can only imagine other disabled students, what they're going through. She will pass federal legislation honoring our promise to students with disabilities, their teachers, and their parents by significantly increasing funding for paraprofessionals, assistive technology, and reducing student-teacher ratios, allowing more opportunity for pullouts and enabling teachers the time to actually understand and implement their students' IEPs, etc. She'll fight for legislation to cover the cost for parents of, disabled students needing medical assistance. Crack down on discrimination. That's a great one, because so many times we are discriminated against as being disabled, and people look down on us and we get treated incorrectly. Ensure colleges and vocational programs. Increase federal funding and encourage states to increase state funding for employment opportunities for Americans with disabilities. require state-administered disability determinations be made more timely with updated, consistent, clear eligibility rules. And then properly fund and incentivize the creation, expansion, and proper maintenance of public transit systems and paratransit systems across the country, providing Americans with disabilities the dignity and opportunity afforded by the ability to travel. That's a huge one, because especially being disabled, a lot of times, like, we can't drive. We could be bound to a wheelchair, or we just physically can't drive. And the bus system, honestly, it's no way for disabled people to drive. I mean, to get around. And so she wants to really help and work on that. And then she goes on to talk about her work that she's done in the United States Congress, which speaks for itself. We all see the viral memes. Go on YouTube, you can find all the videos of her working in Congress, doing the damn thing. All I'm gonna say is Jasmine is so qualified for this role. There is nobody more qualified, nobody better for this role, nobody who is going to fight for all of us, for all the underdogs, for everybody, than Jasmine Crockett. She deserves our vote, and she is absolutely not a damn throwaway vote. Get out and vote for her, and then she's not a throwaway vote. If we support her, if we show up and vote, she'll win. Plain and simple. That's all it is. People say she's a throwaway vote because she's a black woman, she's outspoken, whatever. No, she's not a throwaway vote. And we need someone who is outspoken, who is not afraid to go up against these bullies. And that's her. That is her. She's not a throwaway vote. Why? Because she doesn't pander to the Republicans? Because she doesn't have the correct color skin, according to all you racist bigots out there? No. We must stand with Jasmine and vote for her. She is literally one of the last things that can save Texas and bring a greatness back to us that we have not had in the state for about 30 years. I don't know about you, but Texas is my home, and I'm tired of being on the verge of being forced out of it, being driven out of my home. People have asked me, why do I talk with so much passion about a state that hates itself and its people, who vote the way they do? Y'all, Texas is my home. My mom fled Alabama before I was born, and she came to Texas for a better life, for more opportunity. She put her roots down here. She birthed me and she raised me in the same house, her and my dad, my entire life. My life is here. And if Texas was good enough for my mama, who was hands down one of the most incredible, intellectual, loving women I have ever known in my life, rest her soul, she is always with me. Texas was good enough in her eyes. That means something to me. And that lets me know that Texas is worth fighting for. Because if I'm not going to fight for my home, who the hell else is going to? Jasmine is the one who's going to fight for our home, because this is her home also. She's a Dallas girl. Dallas is showing out for Crockett right now too. Dallas and Houston have a rivalry going right now for Jasmine, like who's voting more, and I love it. And thank you, Dallas, and thank you, Houston. We're gonna show up, we're gonna vote Jasmine. She's gonna win this. She is Madam Senator. I stand for this and I support. I'm so passionate about getting her elected and about saving Texas. It's my home. It's my home, and I love my state. And I'll tell you guys, the beauty, the scenery, like in the hill country and other places in Texas, you're never gonna find more beautiful sunsets. You're never gonna find more beautiful landscapes. The vibe, when you find the right people here in Texas, the vibe, the connections, the genuine love and care that we share with each other. This is my home. And yeah, I'm gonna fight for her because she deserves it. And let me tell you, when we flip her blue, that blue color looks so good on Texas. Looks so good on her. So definitely, let's go Texas. Let's vote for Jasmine Crockett.